King Kane.
All right, so it's in there. We're gonna do it for pitch play. I have our pitch play server up over here, and basically what I'm just gonna do is go through all of the different posts that I see on our pitch play Discord, and then just kind of go through and react and just see what is how we can help certain people. Let me see here. I got internship at Bosch 5 hours ago for my boy Blossom Breeze 30. I got an internship at Bosch Company or Boss. I'm saying Bosch, but it might not be pronounced that way. Company as a data analyst intern, but it's without stipend and in a different city. I have to manage accumulation by myself only. Should I go for it or not? Okay, so we're just gonna join the conversation. I'm just gonna answer everything as I see it. I mean, just giving my advice. So first off, great question, and congrats on your internship. So I mean, long story short, what I'm gonna say to Blossom Breeze 30. Experience is experience. One thing that I noticed that a lot of people, especially in the Western world, is afraid to do is to try new jobs or try different things simply because there's no pay to it. So they'll give up a good opportunity that might be helpful for them in the long run, but they're afraid to go for it because most of the time, whenever we're looking on LinkedIn or looking on the internet, looking on IG, it don't really matter. Any social media, it's always about the money tied to the job that you're doing. Listen, I made a ton of money in my relatively short life. I've been broke. I'm not gonna say wealthy. Let's just say above middle class. In the upper echelon of middle class, the closer to a solid net worth. I'll just say it like that. I've owned my own business. I've done corporate. I've worked from the bottom, made it to the quote unquote top, nowhere near like the top for real, but to the average person, I've done pretty well. And in reality, I've done a lot of things for free. I've done a lot of jobs without pay. I've gone out my way to do certain jobs. That's because experience is experience. In the short run, you will give up like money. You'll be giving up money, but the long run, you might earn way more than that if you didn't have this particular thing on your resume. So you'll give up some bread. So the bigger question is what is the goal, right? So this person is saying they want to be they're getting an internship as a data analysis intern, which data is huge. Data spans pretty much every industry. So you can be a data analysis intern and get into any industry that you want to do. I guess I should call that out. Data is a great play. What do I want to say here? Data is just say data analysts have the ability to span many different industries. Let's just say it like that. So basically, they're in the right. I guess I should say with the S. They're in the right area. It's pretty versatile. Like I have a intern that did marketing operations for us. So basically, look at all our posts on LinkedIn and then run the numbers. Look at our website, run the numbers. Let us know exactly where are we flawed and how can we get a little bit better. This intern wants to do med tech, so medical tech. That's the industry that she's in, but I'm an education tech owner, so I can't really get her into med tech. But because she's doing marketing operations, so looking at the data, she can figure out how our business is doing and then take those skills and then transfer into a data analysis role for a med tech company later. So these skills are transferable. So kudos to you on a versatile role, and the skills you'll gain will be transferable. So there we go. Transferable, 2 R's. So the bigger question is, what career do you want after graduating? So, like, in the short term, he's giving up. Okay. And so kudos to you on a versatile role. Why is it doing that? Okay, and that's good. So the bigger question, what career do you want after graduating? So, like, it's pretty cool to do such a versatile role in the beginning, but how do you map out the current internship to where it is that you want to go? That's what I always tell my interns, or anything I teach our clients. Answer that question and determine the best course of action. Not the best course of action. That's probably too broad, but determine, answer that question, and determine if the experience you'll gain in the internship will help you achieve that role in the future. Like I said, experience is experience. I truly believe that if you got an internship, like, good job for you. Like, you can make it work the best way to your ability. So, let's just make sure I'm not saying anything crazy. We'll upload it. Great question, and congrats on your internship. Experience is experience. Never forget that. Experience is experience. In the short run, you will gain some money, but in the long run, it will pay off. Data analysis have the ability to span many different industries, which is very true. I know some people in sports, or I know some people that want to do sports, like get into the NBA. They might not be able to hoop in the NBA, but if you're good at doing data analytics, you should have a pathway into the NBA off the court. Just be really good and network, and it'll pay off. I should also say, use your network will grow from this opportunity, and it may help you get to where you want to go in the future. So, I mean, long story short, if you have an internship and it's not paid and you have to do some, traveling or whatever they're trying to say, accommodations that they're making, sometimes you just have to go above and beyond. I have a client that's been a professor for 20 years, and she reached out to me and she's like, all right, I'm ready to make a change in my career. I've been hustling my whole life. And that's what a lot of people do. They hustle for a very, very long time, and they're not really thinking about, sometimes they don't really see the payoff, but it will pay off. Sometimes it takes some time. It's like planting seeds. You got to water the seed over and over and over again. Sometimes it grows really slow, and then sometimes it just sprouts and blooms faster than you ever think it would. But just plant the seed, water it, and make sure you just have your sights set on the main goal. And for this person, we'll find out maybe if they ever tell us again what they want to do. But for the most part, good luck to you. What's my guy's name or gal? Blossom Breeze 30. All right, so let's go back to our Discord. That was a good one. Blossom Breeze answered. I'm just gonna put a check mark by. So now I'm just gonna go through the list as I see it. I have 104 new Reddit finds in our in our Discord, so we're definitely not gonna get through them all, but this should be good to look at. Trying to build something at 19 while life feels like a mess. Anyone relate? I will not promote. So I'm 19. All right, we already got 10 comments. This is good. So I'm 19, still in college. Me and my two close friends are trying to build a startup from scratch. No money, no clue, just this idea we couldn't shake. We found something kind of similar already, raised $3 million. Ours is like 25% similar, but feels different. We're not sure. We're calling it Clink Global. Clink L Global. Posting reels and building as we go. Some days we're proud, other days we feel like it's just shouting into a void. I'm not even sure what I'm asking here. Maybe how you're supposed to know if you're on the right track, or how to stay sane when no one around really gets what you're doing. Dropping the page in the comments. If anyone has been through this or has thoughts, would actually mean a lot. Oh my God. What is this? No Theory 790? Oh man, you joined the right. So I'm going through the comments just to see if anyone has said anything. All right, I don't see anything super relevant. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's talk to No Theory 790. I mean, first off, being 19 and building something is the best time to do it. Life is long. I was just telling this to a client. Like, we pretty much have to work our whole life. Some people do retire. That life seems mad boring to me. Retiring and watching politics all day, or Family Feud, or trivia. I'm okay. It seems a little boring. Working doesn't have to always be exhausting and draining. Obviously, you work hard when you're younger to make it easier for you later. But you're probably end up going to have to do something that I call work. It doesn't necessarily mean a job, but working is just doing something, right? Doing what you're born to do is my thought process on work. So you're going to have to work forever. So, shout out to you and your friends for starting. I mean, the best way to start is to start. I said that the best way to start. I said that in my YouTube video when I first started doing gyms and gaming. That's when I started to just started to do some streaming, playing some games, but just talking about life. And I didn't know that eventually, 3 years later, I would be doing this, where I'm just like answering Reddit threads. Never even used Reddit before, honestly. But you just never know how your gift will evolve until you start. So the best way to start is to start. And you did it. The hardest part is staying consistent. So I've built a business, and that's what I'll say to this person. I've built a company, and Pitch Play I started in 2022, so it's been 3 years, and trust me, I understand exactly what this person is saying. It is extremely hard when you have a vision and no one else sees it. Man, I know exactly where you're coming from. So, the thing about when you have a vision, it's going to take everyone else like a long time to see your vision. Like, they're going to have to spend as much time with it as you. it sucks because like your family isn't going to have your family isn't going to understand, your friends isn't going to understand, or are not, your friends aren't going to understand, your family is not going to understand. It's going to take time for people to see. Think of it like this. You're spending countless hours on the product / business, and you typically only have, let's just say, 3 to 5 minutes to pitch it to others. That's not easy, right? That's not an easy thing to do. Like just consider this. Like, let's say you're dating somebody and they did something around the house and you're just like annoyed about it all day. You're thinking about it when you wake up, you go to work, you come back home, you've just been thinking about like, ooh, I can't, if she says this, then I'm going to say that. If he says this, I'm going to say this. Oh, I can't wait. And they're just enjoying their day. They're not even thinking about the thing that you spent hours thinking about. So now it's like, hey, I'm about to dump all this stuff on you that I've been thinking about for hours and hours and hours. And they have to understand what you're saying in 3 to 5 minutes. Typically, you're having a conversation about a topic. You don't really have that long. So let's just say, instead of saying 3 to 5 minutes, let's just say you only have minutes to pitch it to others. The other person's gonna be like, yo, what, why are you tripping, bro? Like, it's just dishes in the sink, or it's just whatever. While you've been thinking about it for so long, they just have like seconds to process what it is that you're telling them. You have to allow, allow others, I'll just say that, like, you have to allow time. It's difficult because most people want that instant gratification, but they're typically not going to see it until it's kind of flushed out. All right. The better the product, no, I'm not going to say better. The more your product / business grows, the easier it will be for people to see. I mean, really plain and simple. Easier it will be. Look at me spelling all wrong. The easier it will be for people to see. Allow yourself more time to make your vision a reality, and the results will speak for itself. I mean, that's really the best advice I would really give to people. The results will speak for themselves. No, that sounds stupid. I guess that's right grammatically, but it just sounds stupid. Allow yourself, and the results will speak for itself. Themselves, I guess that's grammatically correct, but we're not doing that. I'm not an AI bot, bro. Just take the grammar how I give it to you. I guess I should tell them I started my business in 2022, and all of the emotions / thoughts that you listed, I've experienced. Dude, I felt it all. The more I work on the business, the easier it's been for people to see my vision. And then honestly, if I'm being honest with you, like sometimes like your vision is even like cloudy for yourself because you have an idea but you don't really see it. You're just doing the work, and then as you grow more and more, stuff just kind of starts clicking. Man, I mean, the biggest advice you and your friends is to never quit. If you do, then no one will ever see your vision. I mean, let's just read it to make sure I'm not tripping. So, shout out to you and your friends for starting. The best way to start is to start, and you did it. The hardest part is staying consistent. I built the company, and I understand exactly where you're coming from. When you have a vision, it's going to take time for others to see it. Think of it like this. You're spending countless hours on your product, on the product/business, and you typically only have minutes to pitch it to others. The more your product/business grows, the easier it will be for people to see. Allow yourself time to make your vision a reality, and the results will speak for itself. I started my business in 2022, and all of the emotions/thoughts that you've listed out, I've experienced. The more I worked on the business, the easier it's been for people to see my vision. The biggest advice that I can give you and your friends is to never quit. If you do, then no one will ever see your vision. The more time you spend, the easier. Let's just leave it like that. But trust me, I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. It's way easier for you to just like quit and feel kind of like, oh my God, what am I doing? Nothing's working. Dude, just keep going and trust me. Things will definitely get better, 100%. So shout out to you, No Theory 790. You definitely did something great here. I would highly suggest you go ahead and sign up if you're curious and need some advice or you want access to our Discord. Just go ahead and sign up right there. Putting it in the chat. It's super helpful. I mean, this is what we do. I'll do more of these Reddit posts in the future. And I mean, this was pretty fun, man. Y'all take it easy. God bless.